Hey everybody, Renee here from O'Reilly Auto Parts to show you how to change the engine oil and oil filter on a 2017 Toyota Highlander. Procedures will be similar for most Highlander models from 2014 to 2019, but be sure to know the specifics for your vehicle before getting started. Once you've got your supplies together, here's what you'll do. Park on a level surface and open the hood. If needed, chock the rear wheels and lift and support the front end of the vehicle. You may need to remove the splash shield under the front end using a trim tool or flathead screwdriver to remove the push clips and a ratchet and 10mm socket to remove the bolts. In our case, we were able to access the drain plug and filter without doing so. Locate the oil drain plug and position your drain pan underneath it. Use your ratchet and 14mm socket to loosen the oil drain plug. Remove it by hand and let the oil drain completely. You can also remove the oil fill cap on the engine to allow the oil to drain more quickly. Locate the oil filter housing. The housing itself will have a drain plug at the bottom. Use a 3/8" drive extension to loosen the drain plug and remove it by hand. Locate the plastic drain tube included with your new filter. You can fit a 15mm hose to the drain tube before you attach it to the filter housing, or set your drain pan under the filter when you attach the tube. Insert the drain tube at the bottom of the filter housing and let the oil drain. Once the filter has completely drained, squeeze the drain tube on either side to remove it from the housing. Attach your filter wrench to your 1/2" drive extension to loosen the filter housing. Then remove it the rest of the way by hand. Remove the old filter and the 2 O-rings from the housing. Use a shop towel or rag to wipe down the filter housing, the drain plug, the filter mounting area, and the drain plug port. Install the 2 new O-rings on the filter housing and lubricate them with some fresh oil. Install your new filter in the housing and thread the housing into place by hand. Use your 1/2" drive extension with a torque wrench and filter wrench attachment to tighten the filter housing to 18 foot-pounds. Reinstall the filter housing drain plug and tighten it to 9 foot-pounds using your 3/8" drive torque wrench. Install a new crush washer on your drain plug and thread it into place by hand. Use your torque wrench and 14mm socket to tighten the drain plug to 30 foot-pounds. If you haven't already, remove the oil fill cap in the engine bay and add your fresh oil. This model takes 5.8 quarts of 0W20, and since this vehicle has over 75,000 miles, we're using Syntec full synthetic high mileage. Once the oil is refilled, tighten the fill cap back in place and run the engine until it's warm. Remove the oil drain pan and check under the vehicle for any oil leaks. If everything looks good, it's safe to shut off the engine and reinstall the splash shield using the fasteners you removed earlier. Lower the front end and remove the wheel chocks. Double check using the dipstick to make sure the oil level is within the appropriate range. Once you've verified the oil level, you can shut the hood. Here's how to reset your oil change notification if you have a monochrome display using the trip meter. Use the display change button at the bottom of the gas gauge to switch the display trip meter to A while the engine is running. Turn the engine switch back to the lock position, or with the smart key, switch the engine to off. Now press and hold the display change button and turn the engine switch to the on position without starting the engine. Continue to press and hold the button until the trip meter displays zeros. If you have the multi-information or color display, here's what you'll do. Turn the ignition switch to on. Using the steering pad switch assembly, select Setting on the display. Select Scheduled Maintenance from the setting display and select Reset Data, Yes. A confirmation message will be displayed when the reset procedure has finished. And that's it! You'll find everything you need for this and other jobs at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com. If you're not completely comfortable doing this yourself, we'd be happy to recommend a professional technician in your area. And be sure to subscribe so you'll see all our new video content. We'll see you again soon.